Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that there is a lot more to Gio Palmieri's plot than meets the eye. When he initially appeared in storylines in May, it appeared that he was brought in as a romantic interest for Trina Robinson. However, the two lacked sparks, implying that the drama may be headed in a different route. The show has emphasized Lois Cerullo's inability to maintain secrets, although it appears she has been keeping something hidden for years. There's a mystery surrounding Gio and his maternal history, and Lois takes a personal interest in a young guy that goes much beyond the desire to assist a fellow Bensonhurst neighbor. Then there's the issue of Brooklyn Quartermaine and Harrison Chase attempting to expand their family. GH watchers believe that if Brooklyn becomes pregnant, this will not be her first rodeo. Especially when Chase emphasizes all of the baby firsts they will be experiencing. Dante Falconeri recently slammed Carly Spencer for pretending to care about Lulu Spencer. The moment reminded fans of the relationship between Lulu, Brooklyn, and Dante. There was a lot of hostility between the three because Carly hired Brooklyn to break up Dante and Lulu back in the day, which she attempted to do by drugging the cop and seducing him. Of course, Brooklyn claimed vehemently that nothing had happened. Some GH watchers believe Brooklyn did the deed with Dante and had a baby, which she put up for adoption off-screen. Furthermore, the GH team has been known to rewrite history in the past, so this is not surprising. Lois would have likely supported her daughter throughout the struggle and assisted with the adoption. She may also have taken over the section where the infant was handed over to its new parents, something Brooklyn would have found too difficult to execute. Many people believe Gio is the unknown offspring of Dante and Brooklyn, yet Brooklyn is completely unaware that he is her long-lost son. Lois would undoubtedly be aware, and because Sonny Corinthos has supported many of Joe's violin activities as well as his education, he may also be aware of everything, but this is difficult to determine. Still, Lois has kept this a secret for so long, it doesn't appear that she'd easily spill the beans for nothing. As this tale progresses, what will blow the secret out of the water? Nothing like a medical emergency to bring such issues to light. What if Gio needed a transplant or bone marrow donation of any sort? Perhaps only a family member can save him. According to the account, Joe's parents died many years ago, and he was an only child. So, if a health issue arose and physicians were running out of time, everyone would believe there was no possibility of saving the young gifted musician. Still, if he is Dante and Brooklyn's long-lost illegitimate kid, he has two healthy parents and a multitude of relatives in Port Charles who would give anything to keep him alive and well. According to General Hospital spoilers, Joe's life being on the line may be the only thing that prompts Lois to come forward at this point, so viewers will have to wait and see what triggers Joe's grandparents to confess the truth. Fans were startled to learn last weekend that Chad Duell, who has played Michael on General Hospital for 14 years, is leaving. "I've decided to step away from the show," the daytime favorite revealed. "This wasn't an easy decision for me, but it feels like the right time in my life." He went on to thank the cast and crew who have been like family and told his fans that their unwavering support, love, and encouragement meant the world to him. "This isn't a goodbye, it's a see you later." If you want to wish the actor well in the next chapter of his life, you can attend an upcoming Zoom event with Duell and Caitlin McMullen on Sunday, January 25, 2025. There are several alternatives available. General admission is $25 plus fees. Even though you'll be off-screen, you can still ask questions using the chat option. Zoomy tickets are $40 plus fees, and you'll appear on Zoom alongside Duell and McMullen. Super Zoom tickets are $99 plus fees, and you'll appear on screen with the actors for 75 minutes, as well as engage in a 30-minute post-Zoom event with plenty of interaction. As a bonus, the actors will send you an email with a video. The fan event will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, with the Super Zoom event starting at 8:30 p.m. For additional information and to reserve your space, go to Coastal Entertainment. Again, we wish Duell the best of luck and look forward to seeing what comes next for the actor. According to General Hospital teasers, Lulu Spencer is soon to uncover how much has happened during her year-long slumber. Lulu has been unconscious for 4 years and has not realized it until now. She didn't ask Cody the year when she asked for the date, so she believed she'd just been gone for a few days. But when she arrived home, she realized something was wrong since someone else had moved in. But it became clear after she communicated with her son, Rocco Falconeri. General Hospital spoilers: Lulu Spencer will want to visit her daughter. Rocco has matured significantly and is now in his adolescence, which is a stark contrast to the last time Lulu saw him. So, as she learns more about what happened during her absent years, she'll most certainly have one pressing question. She'll want to know why her daughter, Charlotte Cassadine, is missing. Lulu is not going to enjoy what she hears, to say the least. Charlotte is now on the run with her father, Valentine Cassadine. GH spoilers: Valentine Cassadine is in hiding. Valentine was identified earlier this year as the leader of the enigmatic Pikeman Group, a clandestine armaments trader. When Anna learned of Valentine's participation, she alerted the FBI. But first, she told Valentine that they were coming for him, giving him enough time to grab Charlotte and flee. Charlotte and Valentine haven't been heard from since. This news will undoubtedly raise alarms for Lulu, who is in no shape to go hunting for her kid on her own. General Hospital spoilers: Lulu Spencer will turn to Jason Morgan for assistance. Before Lulu awoke, Jason Morgan agreed to assist Anna Devane in locating Charlotte and returning her to her mother. They enlisted Damian Spinelli to help them, but he has yet to locate Valentine or Charlotte. When Lulu finds Charlotte is missing, expect her to approach Jason and urge him to bring her daughter home. Even if Jason hadn't planned to assist Anna, he couldn't turn down Lulu, who has already suffered plenty. What are your thoughts? Where are Valentine and Charlotte today? How will Lulu react when she learns her daughter is missing? Will Jason and Anna be able to get Charlotte home safely? Anything can happen in Port Charles, so stay tuned to General Hospital, which airs weekdays on ABC. And don't forget to come back here on a regular basis for all the latest General Hospital news, information, and spoilers. What are your thoughts? Where are Valentine and Charlotte today? How will Lulu react when she learns her daughter is missing? Will Jason and Anna be able to get Charlotte home safely? Anything can happen in Port Charles, so stay tuned to General Hospital, which airs weekdays on ABC. And don't forget to come back here on a regular basis for all the latest General Hospital news, information, and spoilers. Curtis remembered Michael telling him that Drew wanted Michael to be Aurora's new CEO. Jordan quickly came and could see Curtis was thinking about something. She offered to be a sounding board for Curtis' frustrations. Curtis informed her he thought someone he trusted was holding a secret. Jordan mentioned that she understood how seriously Curtis took anything like that. Jordan was astonished to learn that Curtis believed Drew was withholding something from him. Curtis revealed that Michael had advised him Drew couldn't be trusted. Curtis indicated that Drew was attempting to replace him as CEO of Aurora, but Jordan remained skeptical. Jordan told Curtis that he and Drew were probably simply playing phone tag and that Drew was not intentionally ignoring his calls. Michael and Drew were standing in the Quartermain living room when Drew's phone rang. Michael wondered if he would answer, but when Drew saw it was Curtis calling, he replied he would call him back. Drew asked Michael if he informed Jason that Drew and Willow had kissed. Michael admitted that he had, but had no idea Jason would go after Drew. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soap operas? Join the debate on our SC forums. Click here to interact with fans and participate in debates immediately. Michael explained that he typically confided in Willow about his problems, but he couldn't this time. Drew apologized again for kissing Willow and told Michael he hoped they could go on. Drew insisted that it was one kiss and a mistake. It wasn't intentional. It simply happened in the moment. It was the 4th of July, and I must admit there were a few too many cocktails. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's not worth repeating. Drew wanted to rebuild trust between him and Michael, and he believed that naming Michael the permanent CEO of Aurora would help. Michael replied he would accept Drew's offer but had a question before. Are you offering me this job solely to get back in my good graces? Drew said it was part of the reason, but emphasized that he believed Michael was Aurora's future, not Curtis. When it comes to leading the company, you are the future, not Curtis, Drew told him. Drew made a couple more derogatory remarks about Curtis, unknowing that Michael was recording the entire conversation. When Drew left, Michael phoned Curtis and played the recording for him, which revealed Drew's intention to demote him to head of the wellness division in favor of Michael as CEO. Alexis and Sonny met Christina in the courthouse. Alexis warned Christina that she needed to remain calm while Rick questioned her on the stand. After the judge brought the courtroom to order, the prosecution proceeded, describing the crime as terrible and referring to a baby who died before taking her first breath. Her death was not natural. She was murdered, the prosecutor stated, looking directly at Ava. A traumatized Christina flashed back to the moment she fell through the window, before the prosecutor brought up Ava's past background, claiming she had a callous disregard for others. Rick then gave his own introductory words. He insisted that Ava's past had nothing to do with the trial. Instead, it was only about what happened on the day Christina fell. I plan to prove to you that Christina Corinthos Davis went to Ms. Jerome's hotel room with ill will. And as a result of that sad dispute, she is to blame for that horrible accident, Rick explained. Natalia was called to the stand first. She described how she and Blaze were drinking coffee at the Metro Court pool when they noticed someone fall into the pool from a window above. Gio was questioned next, and he stated the same basic story as Natalia. Jocelyn told the jury how she performed her lifeguard responsibilities and helped Christina onto a backboard. When Trina was called to testify, she told the jury that everything happened quickly, but when she looked up, she noticed Ava standing by the window, looking down at the pool, before closing the curtains. Rick cross-examined Trina, forcing her to concede that she didn't know who or what caused Christina's fall. Dr. Navarro testified next, stating that Christina had a good pregnancy. The emergency room doctor testified that the fall caused blunt force trauma and placental abruption, resulting in the baby's death. Rick cross-examined the doctor, who stated that he was unsure whether Christina had any wounds that indicated she had been attacked. Finally, Christina took the stand and informed the jury about her offer to carry a child for Molly and TJ. Christina highlighted her good pregnancy, including how she sang to the baby and 8 items she imagined the baby liked. Christina then explained why she went to Ava's room that day and what happened between her and Ava before she fell. Christina claimed she pleaded with Ava to overturn the subpoena, urging her to testify against Sonny. When Ava refused, Christina said that she grabbed her arm and forced her through the window. Christina recalls waking up in the hospital and being told the baby had died. When I finally grasped why she wasn't inside me anymore, I realized it was because Ava pushed me through the glass. Christina choked up as she continued, "She killed my daughter." Rick then stood up and began cross-examining Christina. The first inquiry he posed was, "Why are you lying?" Lulu closed her eyes and remained still while a nurse checked her vital signs. As soon as the nurse left, she sat up in bed, placed both feet on the floor, and took several steps. Lulu could also hear Cyrus' voice outside the door, informing someone that he had found a better institution for her in South Carolina. Lulu climbed back into bed as quickly as she could and pretended to be in a coma again. Cyrus stepped in and found her, as he had been seeing her for several months. Cyrus placed his hand on Lulu's head, telling her he was there for her. "I am here now, Lulu. Don't worry, I'll take care of everything," Cyrus responded. Medical personnel quickly returned and requested Cyrus to leave. Lulu overheard the two women discussing an upcoming difficult night at work. When they went, Lulu got out of bed and unhooked her tubes. She made her way across the room, opening the door and sneaking out while still dressed in a hospital gown. As Lulu roamed around turning wood, she overheard the doctor discussing sending her almost immediately to South Carolina. Lulu, afraid, set off the fire alarm as a distraction before grabbing a pair of scrubs and a hoodie. She grabbed the garments and fled turning wood as quickly as she could. Once dressed and on the side of the road, Lulu flagged down a motorist to assist her. As Lulu roamed around turning wood, she overheard the doctor discussing sending her almost immediately to South Carolina. Lulu, afraid, set off the fire alarm as a distraction before grabbing a pair of scrubs and a hoodie. She grabbed the garments and fled turning wood as quickly as she could. Once dressed and on the side of the road, Lulu flagged down a motorist to assist her. Drew met Alexis in her new office. She quickly asked, "Who did that to your face?" as Jason entered. Alexis summoned both of them, remarking that she did not believe they would come if they knew the other was present. Drew attempted to go, but Alexis stopped him. She assured the boys that if they had ever loved Sam, they would listen to her. Jason and Drew sat with copies of Sam's will. Drew revealed that Sam had wanted him to be Danny's guardian, but Jason pointed out that the will was written before Sam realized Jason was alive. Was it Sam's intention to grant custody of my son to Drew no matter what? Jason inquired. Drew stated that Sam simply wanted the kids to stay together. Jason didn't like it, so Alexis spoke up. "The law is on your side, Jason, but I'd want to ask you to consider something. Even though Sam eventually agreed to include you into Danny's life, I doubt she'd want you to have full custody, especially now that we know she wanted the kids to stay together," Alexis stated. Jason suggested that they ask Danny what he wanted. He is old enough to decide who he wants to live with. Jason stated, "I've already told him he can live with me, and if that's what he wants, I'll make a home for him." Drew stated that Danny was already living with him at the Quartermain estate and enjoyed it, but Jason countered that Drew did not need to inform Jason about his own son. Alexis agreed with Jason that Danny's emotions should be taken into consideration. However, she asked a pointed inquiry. "I'm just going to ask you how you both got bruises on your faces," she said. Both brothers stayed silent, so Alexis correctly thought they were fighting. When Jason and Drew declined to say anything, Alexis became frustrated. "If you two truly love your children and truly loved my daughter, you will cut the crap and start talking," Alexis was saying. Jason admitted to punching Drew. Meanwhile, Drew reassured Alexis that they had not involved the police, but she was more concerned about the children than the law. Drew admitted he lied when he told Scout he walked into a door. Jason enraged Drew by claiming he told Danny the truth because he would never lie to his child. Alexis questioned why Jason punched Drew. "Let me tell you what I told Danny. That is between me and Drew," Jason stated. Drew nodded in agreement. "As for everything else, Danny is my baby. I'll fight for his right to choose what he wants," Jason said before leaving. Once alone with Drew, Alexis insisted that Sam would not want him to exclude Jason from Danny's life. Drew knew Sam wouldn't have wanted Danny, Scout, and Rocco to be separated. Alexis admitted that any Rocco-related choices were up to Dante. Drew then used Jason's fury as a justification not to raise Danny. "These cuts and bruises are an indication of what kind of father he'll be," Drew told me. Alexis then offered another proposal. "What if Scout and Danny lived with me?" she inquired. Drew was not pleased with the proposal. "Scout needs to be with her father, and there's no way I am going to let her live anywhere else except with me," Drew told her. After Jason left, he went straight to Sonny's and informed him about Sam's will. Sonny acknowledged that custody battles could have a negative impact on the children, which Jason wanted to prevent. Jason understood Danny's desire to care for Scout, but he didn't want Drew to raise Danny. "I do not believe a word the man says. Why would I want Drew as Danny's guardian?" Jason asked fiercely. Jason worried how Sonny would react in this situation. "If it were me, I wouldn't allow Drew get near Danny. If this is a fight, I've got your back," Sonny stated. Chase arrived at Sam's penthouse and found the door open. He grabbed his rifle till Dante stepped down the stairs carrying several suitcases. Dante indicated that he was packing things for himself and the kids so they could reside at the Quartermains. Dante claimed if it were up to him, he would never leave because it was the last place his family was united. Dante told Chase about his happy and comfortable life with Sam and how she always won minor arguments. However, the penthouse was Sam's residence, and Dante did not believe he had a right to it. Dante imagined Sam had made a will and bequeathed the penthouse to Danny and Scout. Dante was ready to find a new location for himself and Rocco to live. Chase offered that Dante purchase the penthouse, but Dante did not believe it would feel right. Chase then attempted to make the Q mansion appear desirable. He resided there and said the people around him saved him from feeling lonely. Plus, Dante's mother lived there. Michael and Sasha had some awkward moments in the Quartermain kitchen while she baked. Michael said he was only there for a snack, but he eventually revealed he couldn't force himself to go. "I can't be in the same room, the same bed, or even under the same roof with her anymore," Michael was saying. Sasha agreed that everything was a mess. Michael told her that Willow and Drew had slept together on the playroom floor and that he wasn't sure how to approach his wife about it. "If I tell Willow I know about her and Drew, then I have to tell her about us," Michael said with regret. Michael agreed to keep Sasha's name out of it provided he admitted to Willow that he cheated. Michael admitted that confiding in Jason was a mistake. Sasha had questioned what triggered Jason and Drew's quarrel, but she now knows. Michael wondered if Willow loved him anymore. Sunny treated Christina to dinner at Pozzolo's. Christina acknowledged she was concerned about Ava's trial the next day. Sunny convinced Christina that she would perform well on the stand, but she disagreed. "We are talking about me, Dad. What if I don't?" Christina maintained that prosecuting Ava was the only way to bring justice for the baby's loss. When Christina was considering what she would do with the rest of her life, Sunny offered her a position with one of his enterprises. Christina said that she was not qualified. Sunny thought Christina was overqualified and would be a wonderful fit for his coffee shop. Christina agreed to think about it. Dex introduced himself to Kai when he saw him in the boxing gym. Dex informed Kai that they shared someone in common, Trina Robinson. Dex revealed that he knew Trina through his girlfriend, Jocelyn. Kai assumed Dex was a fellow PCU student. When Dex revealed that he was a cop, Kai laughed, wondering whether Trina had sent Dex to arrest him. Dex laughed before stating, "Trina can be intense, but she's a sweetheart." Dex and Kai looked to become good friends, and they even sparred in the boxing ring for a while. Dex was happy when Kai offered him tickets to the PCU vs Landview game. They stopped sparring so Kai could go meet Trina for a study session. Jocelyn and Trina were eating at Bobby's when she realized Trina was deep in contemplation. Jocelyn was fascinated when Trina mentioned that she had been thinking about Kai. Trina was apprehensive since she anticipated Kai to meet them, but he never arrived. Jocelyn mentioned that he wasn't even late yet. Trina was still frustrated. "It'd definitely be easier if I did the task myself. Then I wouldn't waste time waiting for him or explaining anything to him," Trina stated. Jocelyn mentioned that Trina may be a bit of a control freak. Trina confessed that Jocelyn was correct, but she preferred it that way. She didn't want to rely on anyone, especially her unreliable art project partner. Trina had grown tired of waiting for Kai and was about to leave when he strolled in and apologized for being late. As they began discussing their topic, Kai surprised Trina by emailing her a list of study books. Trina wondered how he had the time to compose a list. Kai stated that he often suffered from sleeplessness, therefore he did it around 3 a.m. Trina acknowledged that she was also having trouble sleeping. Jocelyn left Kai and Trina alone and sat at the counter. Christina arrived and sat down next to her. Joss extended her sympathies on Sam's passing. Christina thanked her for attending the burial and apologized for how she handled Jocelyn earlier this year. Christina was astonished to learn that Jocelyn would testify at Ava's trial. They were prepared to pursue justice for Morgan. Jordan got TJ some takeout from GH and invited him to take a break and eat with her. They sat in the break room and pondered Sam's death. When Jordan questioned how Molly was doing, TJ acknowledged that he and Alexis had forgotten Molly's birthday. TJ stated that Molly did not become furious, but he was angry at himself. Jordan informed him that it was the day before Sam's burial, and no one was thinking about birthdays. Kristen and Rick were the two most self-centered people I know. Remembered Molly's birthday, and I forgot, TJ explained. Rocco, shocked and thrilled, reunites with his mother. In shock, Sasha stood in Maxie's bathroom, staring at her positive pregnancy test. She couldn't believe it just took one time, considering she hadn't been with anyone since Brando died more than 2 years earlier. "I don't know if I can do this," she said. Maxie told Sasha that she had a support system that would be available to her. James was astonished to see a blonde woman wearing scrubs and a sweatshirt approach through the front door. Lulu was equally astonished to see James. He asked who she was, and she asked the same thing. "Who are you and what are you doing in my house?" she was curious about. "This is not your house." "This is my house," James explained. Lulu and James continued to argue over who lived there until James exclaimed, "Mom!" Stranger danger. Maxie and Sasha emerged from the restroom, holding baseball bats, but Lulu had already left, and James was sitting on the couch, eating cookies. Maxie admonished James for spreading false information, but James persisted that a foreign lady was in the living room. Maxie was astonished to discover that the door had been unlocked. Maxie walked outdoors and discovered that the key under the frog statue was missing. James insisted he had not taken it. Maxie and Spinelli inquired further about their mystery guest after Sasha had left. Spinelli claimed he could solve the issue using an app linked to cameras he set near the front door. When Spinelli used the app, they noticed Lulu outside but couldn't see her face since she was wearing a hoodie. As Maxie and Spinelli considered calling the cops, James dug through old photo albums and revealed that the mystery lady was in one of the photos. Maxie was astonished when he showed her a picture of Lulu. Lucky was horrified to find that Cyrus had spent time at Turning Wood with Lulu. The administrator stated that he believed Cyrus was authorized to act on behalf of the family. "Like hell he does," Lucky replied. Elizabeth attempted to calm Lucky down and be rational. As Lucky asked to see Turning Wood's security footage, an orderly called Cyrus to inform him that Lulu had fled. When the administrator responded that seeing the videotape would have to wait until the morning, Lucky threatened to contact the cops. Elizabeth finally persuaded Lucky to go, but they proceeded directly to the Port Charles Grill to meet Cyrus. He stated he didn't know where Lulu was. Lucky informed Cyrus that he would not be permitted to visit Lulu again, which irritated Cyrus. He shoved it in Lucky's face, saying he wasn't around enough to decide who was family. "Spend more than a month with your own child, and then we'll discuss family," Cyrus told me. After Cyrus had left, Lucky received the Turning Wood surveillance footage on his phone. Lucky and Elizabeth couldn't believe their eyes as they watched Lulu roam about the premises. Lois and Olivia were thrilled to learn that Gio would be performing the national anthem at the PCU Landview football game. Chase and Brooklyn walked in and hurriedly ran up the stairs, presumably to finish a movie. Olivia reminded Lois that she'd soon be a grandmother. Olivia turned the conversation to Dante and the children. Lois was reminded about how unpredictable life can be. In the bedroom, Brooklyn and Chase embarked on their baby-making project. Brooklyn's face turned gloomy when Chase expressed his excitement about expecting their first child together. Outside, Gio was practicing his violin when Lulu approached. Gio informed Lulu that he resided on the Q estate, which astonished her. When Gio mentioned Lois, Lulu was surprised to learn she was in Port Charles. "I believed she resided in Bensonhurst." "When did she arrive here?" Gio informed her that Lois had been there since previous year. Lulu was unnerved by the news and excused herself before leaving away. She entered the Quartermain living room. Rocco went in shortly after, astounded to see his mother standing there. Lulu was equally surprised to learn that her kid had grown into a teenager. In court, a frantic Christina insisted that she was not to blame for the baby's death. Rick didn't care and continued to interrogate Christina, asking whether protecting Sonny was more important to her than protecting Molly's child. "She was my child," Christina insisted, as Molly watched in terror. Rick didn't give up. "You are the reason that Irene Davis Ashford is dead," the man stated. Alexis got up and urged her ex-husband to stop. "That is enough, Rick. Leave her alone," Alexis commanded. The judge called the hearing to order as Alexis presented a legal case for why Rick was badgering the witness. Alexis was advised that she had no authority in this matter. The judge directed the bailiff to arrest Alexis if she did not sit down, so Sonny stood up and walked her out so she would not end up in jail. Rick dismissed Christina from the stand, and the court declared a recess. Ava protested with Rick because he made Christina appear sympathetic. He felt the jury perceived Christina as temperamental and reckless. Dante cradled Christina in his arms as she sobbed, stating she had blown it. Meanwhile, Molly worried Christina would never forgive herself if her testimony resulted in Ava's acquittal. Molly assured Christina that Alexis would drive her home, but Christina refused to go. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.